I don't like putting down TV series. I don't love pointing out flaws or actors that suck. But I can't avoid the Dino Super seasons. Dino Super Charge just did the worst thing a show could do to me. We had a run of poor seasons, dumb ideas, no payoffs. Then comes in Dino Charge. I was like, wow, they actually care now. The stories aren't perfect, but they are good. I still consider Return of the Caveman the best Dino Super episode done. It's just that it was like the show pulled the rug from under me and it ended up going into whatever mode. A similar thing happened in SPD, but at least that season recovered near the end. The finale of Supercharged was such a shock. I just couldn't understand what the freak went wrong. Stuff like this makes it really hard to find good things from these type of seasons, but there's always positives.
Aqua Ranger.
The idea of having Tyler's dad as the Aqua Ranger was a good starting point. It gave the family dynamic back to the series, which was missing since Mystic Force. It also uses the whole Energem stop aging plot. Having a father that's the same age as your son is a weird dynamic. It could have been handled better, but at least his father's story was explained and used. It gave him some conflicting thoughts and processes towards his dad. He left to protect his family. It's noble, but he doesn't in any way contact them, not through mail, phone call, or even his friend. It's a tough call. Does he hate that he didn't have a father while growing up, or did Tyler love that his father protected him from harm?
Post-Christmas episode.
The Neo Saban seasons mostly have holiday episodes. They usually air them out of order after the season ends. This is dumb because they obviously take place before the ending, but we're forced to watch a leftover episode, and it's a clip show. I'd rather they just not bother with them, but Supercharge had their Christmas episode take place after the finale. Granted, it's all insane with the dinosaurs wearing Santa hats, Kota, Ivan, and Keeper coming back willy-nilly, undermining everyone saying goodbye, but this should be done for now on. We rarely ever get information on what happens to the Rangers post-series, more so now with team-up episodes practically never happening anymore. Even with this being a clip show, in order to save money, this can help answer leftover questions or even be used to start the next season. Using these as epilogues is the perfect way.
Ivan and Kota.
These guys were the charm of Dino Charge. They could handle comedy and drama very well. Their episodes were entertaining, even the odd home run Kota compared to later episodes. I was never bored of seeing them on screen. Even when they were just in the background, they kept acting and doing stuff. It's nice saying that the characters out of time are the best of the group. I was afraid Kota would have become annoying with the whole cave talk, or doesn't understand this or that. Ivan as well. He still follows his training and stiff knight behavior, but it doesn't clash with being a ranger. We've had many characters in the past that were honorable just like him. I just wish Ivan was expanded on with having a proper rivalry with Fury.
Bodyswitching.
I always like a good body switching story. It's one of the oldest plots done on PR. It gave the actors new things to do. We're so used to seeing Riley being the Spock of Dino Charge or Kota doing the caveman stuff. It's a break from all that. I always consider this type of comedy for the Rangers to be a perfect one. It involves the main plot of the episode. It confuses the Rangers and the audience. They have to try to act as someone else, at the same time them. And it doesn't force the Rangers to be funny. Certain characters like Chase and Kota naturally can be funny. Even Tyler can be odd at times, but not everyone can pull that off. If you have to have a filler episode, I always welcome this one.
Dino Charge Ultrazord.
This is my favorite Ultrazord combo since Overdrives. Starting with RPM, the Ultrazords did this one-upping nonsense, combining everything they used, so Ultrazords started getting ridiculously big with no real streamlined look, stupid giant feet platforms that required them to have wheels just to move. They're cool as toys being displayed, but for actual show use, look really bad. Dino Charge decided to use the Core 5 Zords and the Titanozord to create the Ultrazord. It's kind of disappointing that the Terrazord wasn't a part of the combo, but I'm happy there was no insane feat connections. The chest represents all the Dino Charge Zords and abilities, so they have access to everything all at once. The Power Sword acts as a spear for the staff, while the Raptor Zord, the shoulder-mounted gun. The Dino Charge Ultrazord is more of a defensive combination with the chest armor and more robust weapons it can use at the same time. Drill, spear, gun, and even using the T-Rex tail as a horn to impale monsters. Combined with the Plezio Charge Megazord using the other auxiliary Zords along with the Terra Charge Megazord, they make a devastating 3-Zord combo just like the Zeo days.
T-Rex Supercharged Red Ranger.
Some people say it's a battleizer, others don't. I'm in the camp of it not being a battleizer. It's more of a suit power-up, like the Triassic Ranger. Plus with all the other suit power-ups Dino Charge did, I just keep it with them. This was the first time a Power Ranger has been able to use the Zord abilities themselves. That was perfect. The show's been going on for so long, it's hard to think of what hasn't been done on the series. The suit's weird, it's a mismatch of parts from Zords and old PR season. The helmet and chest are the T-Rex with the head fins open. The body is like the Triassic Ranger, and the boots are MMPR green. It's a cool way for the season to nod with the past. Tyler can do all kinds of cool moves and abilities with the Zords. He's basically a walking mix and morph figure on the show. I just wish this was Tyler's only power-up. There's just so many for this season. Rangers using Zords as weapons should become a permanent show ability.
Chase vs. the Black Ranger.
This is something that I always wanted done on PR. First thing was that Chase got a girlfriend, so he got to do more things on the show. You could see his character expanding past his he likes to hit on girls trait. But he ends up competing with himself. It fits perfectly with what Chase would do. He would use his Ranger powers for personal gain. Not every superhero is perfect or noble. Some will act selfishly regardless of who it will affect, like Barry in the Flash series. Kaylee didn't like Chase, but liked the Black Ranger. He still used that to propel his regular self into a better light. It's a positive twisted over a negative. I like that the series can scoot that line of what's right and what's wrong. Not everything is black and white.
Tyler and Shelby.
It's weird that this season went in such a bad direction at the end, but they still paid off Tyler and Shelby. This type of stuff just never goes anywhere in PR. I've never seen the point in relationships. They always do the setup, a few episodes toy around with it, then the end comes, poof, nothing. Or with Gia, I like you now because I read the script. If I have to give one thing to Lynn's run, the couple stories get told fine. Even Ninja steals Haley and Calvin, it's there. Tyler and Shelby had a long build up through the 2 years, first starting off with them being con artists to the Xandar family, then slowly going to the yes, no phase, culminating with her trying to help Tyler out with how he feels toward his dad's actions. That's all I want from a show like this. Establish them, build it up with main plots, pay it off. Don't string people around and then drop it off a cliff. Wes and Jen are 2 inches from their faces. What do? Fill a room with a lot of pissed off people.
Heckle infiltrates.
This was a really cool thing to do so early on. Most shows always save the main base as a major final hurdle to overcome, so Heckle finding out where it was a shocker. It was set up pretty good. He helped out Kendall, so she got a sense of trust for him. Heckle is 2 people in one, so maybe he was going to have a conflicting story between Snide and himself, or it was going to cause the Rangers to create a new base location, be in a weaker state. It happened in Sledge's ship. Losing a base can be a powerful moment for a series. Beast Wars showed that in season 3. Kind of leveling the playing field, or even kidnap Keeper or Kendall, pull a Udana rescue arc. There was so many different ways they could have gone with this story. The first 6 episodes of Dino Super Charge aren't bad. They do set up stuff. It was just at the later half that it didn't know what to do with it.
Killing Sledge with the sun.
The one thing I could say that came from that horrible season finale was the way they ended Sledge. First, it's completely different. They drag him with his own ship straight into the sun, on top of the fact that they killed the past version of Sledge and every other monster, including past Heckle, making Flash's time travel jump in season 3 look like a slap on the wrist. The Rangers go all out. It's one thing that sucked for some of the moments in the show where Rangers gotten pushed so far they usually won't go over that edge, with a few exceptions like Jen. You want them to question if they can become the villain, challenge why they were picked in the first place, show what makes them better. They weren't really the boy Girl Scouts of the universe here, but I think they earned it. They did wipe out 7 billion people. Him being killed by the sun was also an insult. He was such a crummy bad guy, the Rangers were like, let the sun do it, we won't waste our time. The cast of Dino Charge will always be the key thing that I enjoyed from the 2 years. The actors clicked. It's the best attempt Neil Saban has done so far. I think having 10 Rangers isn't a really good idea for either Sentai or PR. It's too many people to juggle when the show has problems dealing with 5 Rangers. I'd just like to know the real reasons what went wrong with season 2. What are your thoughts on Dino Super Charge? Did you have a serious problem like me, or did you still love it all the way through? And if you have a suggestion on what future topic you'd like me to cover, leave a comment down below. Next week is the start of Samurai, and it's going to be difficult.